Well, this is the last newsletter for 2023. Can't believe it. I mean, this year just went boom. This is Kathy Lindert, your favorite hypnotist. And I just want you to realize that we had, not only was it a great year, there were highs and lows. I mean, let's face it, every year has highs and lows. But for a year, I have to tell you, I've grown a lot. And I've grown a lot because of you guys. You've helped me to learn, to grow, and to stretch myself. So this way, I realize that I can do more, just like in a couple of weeks past, where I said, you are more powerful than you think. And so I want to thank you, and I want to wish you all a very happy new year. And that I'm sending you a blessing of not only health and happiness, but also of abundance. And that abundance can be of love, relationships, friendship, money. It could be anything that you want because you're worth it. And I believe you really are. And one of the things that I am going to be sharing with you today is I was invited to a party, my husband and I, we were both invited. And there was a game, it's called White Elephant. And if you've never played the White Elephant before, it's pretty fun. You bring a book or you bring anything. And this was a book that you would recommend, White Elephant game. So I had brought my book and my husband brought his book. And what happens is that you get a number and you get to pick a present. So either you get to pick a bag with a book that you don't know, or you get to steal from somebody. And I brought the book Think and Grow Rich, and people were stealing it all over the place. It was the funniest thing. And then this book, The Daily Stoic, 366 Meditations on Wisdom, Perseverance, and the Art of Living by Ryan Holiday, and Stephen Hanselman. And so I stole this from my girlfriend, Rita, who then this book got stolen from another person, and my husband stole it back from me. And it was very, very funny. So I read it, not daily, but I do pick it up. It's funny because sometimes I just leave it in the bathroom. So if I have to go to the bathroom, it takes like 3 minutes for me to go to the bathroom and I read this. I know, TMI. But hey, we're friends. And I skipped a couple of days and I decided to read the December 31st page. And the title is Get Active in Your Own Rescue. I was like, wow, how true is this? This is something that people, and I don't care who you are, sometimes don't participate in their own health or their own being of rescuing themselves, whether it's financially or food or smoking or fears, or you keep on naming it, right? They just say, oh, I can't. I don't know how. And I'm going to tell you that's baloney. Of course you can. And so one of the things is, something popped up on my computer. I want to read you this quote. And this is from Marcus Aurelius. And this is part of his Meditations 3.14. And he says, now this is when he was getting older and he was getting sick. And so he was reflecting on his life and what he saw that other people also were not doing. And he was in Rome, I think in the year 108. And he was one of the emperors of Rome. So this is his quote: "Stop wandering about. You aren't likely to read your own notebooks or ancient histories, or even the anthologies you've collected to enjoy in your old age. Get busy with life's purpose. Toss aside empty hopes. Get active in your own rescue. If you care for yourself at all, do it while you can. So what does this mean? People will wander around looking for answers, for some other people to help them. I can't do it. I wish I knew how. I don't have enough money. I don't know if I have the strength. It sometimes is just too much. How am I going to handle life without blank, 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 right? So everybody just kind of wanders around looking for somebody else to give them answers. And what he says is that you're not most likely not going to read your own notebooks or ancient history or anything else. So why are you even thinking about that? Why are you thinking in old age you're going to do it when right now you have an opportunity to do things? So when he says, get busy with life's purpose and toss aside the empty hopes, those empty hopes are what you say, what you think. Gosh, I hope I can make it. I hope I can pay the bills. I hope I get a raise. I hope I can stop smoking. I hope I can stop overeating. I hope I can exercise. I really wish somebody could help me with this. I mean, I don't know how to do it. I can't do it. I'll try. I'm not sure. So when you give yourself all those empty hopes and wishes, you're never going to do it. So he's saying, toss it aside. Get active in your own rescue. Because if you care for yourself at all, you have to do it now. Even in the year 108, 108, people were looking for other people to rescue them. Which reminds me of a story of a donkey. Now I'm from New York, so if I say the word wrong, that's how I say it, donkey. My husband makes fun of me. There was a farmer, had a donkey. And the donkey was wandering about and one day fell into this big hole. And crying out for help, the donkey was crying and crying and crying. And finally the farmer came, tossed a rope down, tried to get it around its neck, tried to pull it up, and the donkey just stood there. Didn't move, didn't try and do anything. He just stood there. So after hours of trying to rescue this donkey, the farmer said, you know what? I give up. I'm going to just bury the donkey. It'll be a loss. I love this donkey. It's a great worker, but the donkey doesn't want to save itself. It's stuck there. So the farmer picks up a shovel and starts shoveling in all of this dirt. And the donkey realizes, like starts shaking it off, but starts realizing, oh my gosh, I'm going to be buried alive. I don't want to be buried alive. So the donkey starts shaking off the dirt. Each time the dirt keeps on hitting it, rocks and dirt, and whatever the farmer can throw in it. He starts calling up other people, and the people are just shoveling on the dirt. And the donkey realizes, if I step on the dirt and start pressing it down and shaking it off and pressing it down, I can get out. So what does the donkey do? Shakes it off, presses it down, gets up higher, shakes it off, presses it down. So instead of allowing itself to be buried alive, it uses the dirt. The farmer sees the donkey now is saying, I want to live. So they're working faster and putting in more dirt, and the donkey is moving as fast as he can, and he's shaking the dirt and pressing it down, shaking the dirt, pressing it down. And the next thing you know, the donkey can hop out, and everybody's clapping, and they finally finish up filling up that hole. And the moral of the story is that if you don't help yourself, you will be buried alive, because life is just that way. The only way that you can make things better is to get active in your own rescue. Because when you just sit there and you let other people try and pull you out, and you don't do anything, you're never going to win. So this is now your chance to push aside those false hopes, push aside those fears, push aside those negative words that you say to yourself, and get active. Do something. And it's okay to ask for help. But if you're not going to get active, you're not going to see the results. And that's the difference. By getting active and being part of your rescue, part of your life, then you will get what you want and get it faster. So start getting active in your own rescue. Because whether you believe it or not, if you aren't part of the rescue, you will never be saved. This is Kathy Lindert, your favorite hypnotist. And remember, I can help you with your rescue. But if you don't do the things that are necessary to help you get where you want to go, there's nobody else to blame except for yourself. I wish you a wonderful 2024, and let's get active. Enjoy. And it's been great being here with you, and I look forward to next year. Thanks.